the papers, and of course this rift between our number one and number two seems to be causing a lot of damage, and of course it's a costly fallout because people are asking the big question: is it a political diversion? So the growing rift between President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua is overshadowing the pressing crisis the country is facing and diverting attention from critical national issues.
What are those issues? One, education facing many challenges. University lecturers are currently on strike. Non-teaching staff at universities are also currently on strike. And that's just the top cream of the problems that are facing the education sector. We had teachers from Kupet and NAT also almost go on strike a week ago. The university funding model is a big issue, causing students to also feel like they want to go on strike. JSS teachers, another whole problem, right?
Yes, as if that's not enough, we have so there's a discourse on corruption following the controversial Adani deal, which recently escalated into protest affecting operations at the JKIA. As we are looking at that, there are also concerns that Payro Limited, the largest shareholders in the Safaricom consortium that won the contract for the universal health coverage technology-based system, has links to Adani.
That's right. The largest shareholder in that consortium has links to Adani, allegedly. But of course, you've seen documents floating around saying that is the case. There's also the fact that we don't have a fully fledged IEBC. So there's several by-elections that are meant to happen that have not happened as a result. While all of that is happening, Tana River Senator Danson Mungatana, who was elected on a UDA ticket, by the way, has filed a censure motion against DP Gachagua. A censure motion is basically close to a motion of like no confidence, right? It's basically saying we have very little confidence in you, and it's seen as a stepping stone to perhaps an impeachment attempt. All of that is happening. There's 8 names being floated to take over, quote unquote, from the DP, including Kithure Kindiki, Anne Waiguru, Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, Cecily Mbarire of Embu, Laikipia East MP Mwangi Kiunjuri, and Rebecca Miano.
That is the tourism CS. Political analysts say that the factionalism has the potential to weaken Kenya Kwanza's ability to govern effectively, adding that passing critical legislation in parliament would be really hectic. Githunguri MP Gathoni wa Mushomba on Sunday accused saboteurs in parliament of doing everything in their power to ensure that DP fails in his roles. As we look at that, it's no new format here. It's just old tricks, same script, different cast. But of course, some of the cast members from the previous government are pretty much perpetrating.
Still starring.
Yeah, just still starring. Speaking of which, we've always had squabbles between our presidents and their deputies or their vices, because we saw a fallout between Jaramogi and Kenyatta. We also saw Saitoti and Moi. We saw our current president and former president, and it seems that things just go on and on and on. It's repetitive. So is it a pattern that has been designed like that, and the citizens are actually being played the boo-boo the fool, or what is really happening? Because if it's a pattern and it seems that we're not reading either malice or a situation whereby the citizens are not favored, then what are we looking at?
It's just a distraction from all the other things that are truly troubling us. Gucci